Alright guys, so it's my Sumo Crawler with the HSP tires. I made some changes to it. I'm going to show you in a bit, but I wanted to show you that my crawler course, I guess, has been turned into a fountain of some sorts. It's not done, but you know, as my father, he decided he wanted to make a fountain with it, so he's kind of working on it. Anyways, the purpose for me showing you this is I'm not going to show you a running video all around the fountain, because there's some areas where they're just too high for this crawler to actually go over. This course wasn't really made for the crawler itself to go over. It was just my dad going crazy trying to make something. So I just went ahead and tried to find the best spot to show the traction on these tires, because I haven't made a video of that yet. I wanted to show you guys how well they do. Now, this little spot right here, as you can see, it's pretty inclined and pretty slippery. I tried it with the MiClaws, and they didn't do too well. They couldn't get up there. It's just because even though these rocks seem like, you know, normal rocks that you will find anywhere, they're actually cement blocks that have been broken up, and then we put some texture on it to make it seem like a rock. So they don't have a lot of grip in them. Even though it seems like it, they're actually quite slippery. Now, in my class, they did pretty good on most other places, just like these did. But they had a lot of trouble trying to get up this guy. Now, when I put these tires on, I was actually able to go up this little rock here. And I'm going to show you guys now how it does that. Now, before I do, I want to show you guys a close-up of the crawler itself. Right now, I'm using the panels with the zip ties, because a lot of people are trying to, you know, have told me that it's just an easier way to go. I personally don't like it because, in my opinion, it just looks messy. You know, I liked it better when I glued it on, but I understand that it's a lot easier to just put zip ties and take them off if you're going to get back in there in the electronics. Saves you a lot of trouble and hassle. Anyways, that's one way you can run it. You got the beams there that come stock with the crawler, and then you just use zip ties to hold those panels in place. Now, all the electronics that you're used to are in there. Again, I left the wires on the servos as long as they are from the factory, so I could show you that I could fit them all in there. I had the batteries, 2 single cells, one on each side, from the 250 milliamp batteries. I separated them and I connect them in the middle with the red wire. There's somewhere in there, and pretty much everything fits in there. That's a coreless motor. Some people ask me about the little bolt that I put in the front. That bolt is actually to restrict some of the unevenness on the motor itself. This motor, for some reason, is very loud, and I found out that it's when you go in reverse, it actually gets out of alignment in there. I guess it's meant to really just run perfectly on one side, and by putting that bolt in there, I could actually, you know, adjust the backlash on that motor on the inside and get rid of that noise. I just don't like it to be noisy. It sounds messy. The tires, I went ahead and put washers on there. They're 3/8 washers, and I put 2, one of the bigger ones and one of the smaller ones. They fit real nice in there. I probably would have been able to get away with putting an extra one in there, but I decided this would be enough because of the weight that it added onto the tire. I didn't want to go too crazy on the weight because it would just drain the battery faster. I think that's enough weight in there for the tires to do their job. Alright, so pretty much I'm going to put this guy in here. I'm going to try and go up this rock as slowly as I possibly can. Why? Because I want to show the actual grip on the tires. I don't want to show the speed of the motor, because if you really gun it, you might be able to get up that rock. But again, like I said, I want to show that these tires actually have really good grip. So let me go ahead and set this camera down over here. I'll try to set it to where you can see the whole thing. Like I said, I'm going to try and go as slow as I possibly can, so that you can see it's the tire actually gripping. Now, it might take a try or two, but let's hope that I get it on the first shot. See, it kind of gets out every once in a while. Right there, the 4 tires are making contact with the rock. As you can see, they're not really slipping, they're actually holding on to that rock. Every once in a while you'll have one of those little notches come loose, but since they're a little bit harder than what the MiClaws are, they actually grip onto the rock instead of just slipping away. Turn around here. Just wanted to note that that cordless motor, even though it is so much faster than the other one, is still slow enough to do this kind of crawling. Now, I haven't weighed the Sumo, but with those washers, I'm pretty sure it's somewhere in there. It's about 0.8 pounds, which is what I was running with the MiClaws and the weights on them. I want to see if I can get you guys another view, maybe on the side, so you can see what happens here. You gotta understand, I don't have this Sumo is not waterproof yet, so I'm trying to be real careful not to fall in that water. Let me see. Try and go real slow again. Now from this view you can't see how inclined that rock is, but trust me, it's very, very steep angle. Try and go real slow again. Like I said, I could go a little bit faster, but I want to show how much it grips. Right there is kind of pulling all the weight of the Sumo up. One thing you're going to learn to do with these tires, because they have so much more grip in them, you're going to want to turn as you're moving forward, because if you try and turn before moving, it's going to actually move the crawler. It's going to make it walk, which is what a lot of the comp crawlers do. But if you don't want it to walk, that could be a problem. Alright, so he's up again. Trying to do one more angle. Let me see where I can put this camera so you can see this. Maybe I could do a better close-up if I put it here. No, it doesn't look good from there. Let me try the other side. Try not to get my camera to fall in the water too. Okay. I apologize for this video being kind of boring, but a lot of guys have been asking me to show them the grip on these tires, and I find that it's necessary to do this. Oh, here we go again. Again, as slow as you can go. See, no issues. And we go over. Alright. Trying to see if I can get it to go over there. I'm hoping I don't fall in that water. can see, I can do full steering while going forward this time. It's not having that little binding issue it was having before, because I did that axle modification. Again, let me go ahead and pull that up. Get a better view of the rock itself. And the crawler. Little pointers here, I guess. Went ahead to put the power switch up in the front. It makes it easier to get to. Put the charging plug back in the back. The zip tie actually holds it in place. I just have to move it to the side and it comes out. I mean, pretty simple, straightforward. Hope this is helpful, and I don't know, let me know what you guys think. Tell me if you have any other questions. I'll try and make a video to show you guys what it's like, how it does, how it performs. Oh, before I forget, the other shocks that I made with the pin where it went inside and they were all, you know, crisscrossing in the middle, those shocks, I did not make a video of them right now because they actually work too well. And by too well, I mean they gave me way too much articulation. And when I would do this, let me see if I can get full steering here. When I would do that, those tires didn't only just come in contact, they actually rubbed pretty badly on the body itself, because I was getting 90 degrees plus of articulation. So with these tires, those shocks that I made that didn't have this piece here, that was just that rod going through all the way up to the little pin, the little rod end, they were just too much articulation. So for those, I'm going to use smaller tires and maybe some wideners so I can show you how it does. But as of right now, these tires in the MiClaws are just too big to use with that much articulation. I managed to get it to work, but I had to put wideners here, and that made the stance of the crawler extremely wide, and it just didn't look right. I mean, it just looked really messy. I think it looks real good right now the way it is. 5-inch wheelbase, and the width just matches it perfectly. And I didn't think you guys would want to see it with the wideners. It was just whack. Anyways, keep me updated. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching.